They use images to describe assault. They use group chats to circulate videos of child abuse. And they bragged, yes, they bragged about children dying of suicide. These weren't just anonymous online trolls. They were part of a network of child sexual abuse accounts operating freely across WhatsApp and Instagram, platforms owned by Meta. And now, South Africa has had enough. Let's talk about the court orders, the alleged cover-ups, and the fight to unmask the monsters hiding behind the screens. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. This one story you won't want to miss. Let's start with what sparked the firestorm. Earlier this year, investigators in South Africa stumbled upon private and encrypted WhatsApp and Instagram groups that were being used to share graphic child sexual abuse material. But it gets worse. The admins behind these groups weren't just sharing content, they were mocking the victims, boasting that some of the children had taken their own lives. According to News 24, these predators described child rape using emojis, operated under code names, and even issued invites to abuse-themed chat rooms. And yet, the platforms allowed it to go on. Despite multiple reports, Meta allegedly did little or nothing to shut these accounts down. Meta ignored takedown requests, failed to hand over the identities of the users behind the abuse, and is now facing potential contempt of court charge in South Africa. The South African Police Service, backed by the courts, demanded that Meta hand over the metadata, IP addresses, phone numbers, and anything linked to these predators. Meta stalled. That's when the court struck back. On July 18, 2025, a judge issued a formal court order forcing Meta to comply or face severe legal consequences. One law enforcement insider said, "This isn't about corporate red tape. It's about kids who were exploited and left to die while billion-dollar companies turn the other way." South Africa isn't alone in its outrage. Globally, Meta has faced mounting criticism for failing to remove child abuse material and protect vulnerable users, especially in end-to-end encrypted platforms like WhatsApp. Advocacy groups argue that the company hides behind privacy laws while predators exploit those very same protections. In this case, Meta is being accused of essentially protecting child predators through inaction. But for the first time, we're seeing a legal system that's willing to fight back and hold big tech accountable. As for now, Meta has until the end of the month to comply with the court order. Failure to do so could result in daily contempt fines, criminal charges against local executives, possible restrictions on Meta platforms in South Africa. And yes, law enforcement has already identified more than a dozen accounts linked to known sex offenders, but they need Meta's data to make the arrest stick. This case could set a historic precedent in South Africa for how tech giants are forced to handle abuse material and, more importantly, how fast they act when children's lives are at risk. This isn't just another tech scandal. This is about real children, real trauma, and a chilling network of abuse that thrived while the world scrolled by. South Africa is standing up. The question is, will the rest of us? If you found this story interesting, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification for more real-time coverage on stories that matter.